Hey guys, welcome to the review show. My name is Austin. Terminator Zero is a brand new Netflix anime that has all 8 episodes out right now. In Japan, Malcolm Lee has been developing another AI system that is intended to compete with Skynet as Judgment Day approaches in 1997. Lee finds himself and his 3 children pursued by an unknown robot assassin. So I haven't really been a big anime fan. I never really watched it. I mean, like I did watch The Boy and the Heron. That was like the first anime thing I've reviewed on the channel. But this is slightly a little different. I am a big Terminator fan. I love the first 2 films. Terminator 3 is okay. Salvation isn't that bad. I give it more respect than any of the other films after Terminator 2. But this was very intriguing because it was a new take on the franchise and taking place in Japan. And I've seen basically Judgment Day from a different side than just in America. So seeing it basically how everywhere else in the world was affected by Judgment Day. So in this, you follow Malcolm, who is a scientist that has created another AI that is basically supposed to be a savior from Skydance. Skydance. Don't know why I was trying to say Skydance. Skynet. But during the situation before Judgment Day, and before this another AI is about to go live, a Terminator gets sent back into 1997 to basically stop this, while also another person called Eiko. I'm pretty sure that's how you say her name. I'm terrible with names, and and it's a Japanese name, so it's not going to be any better. She is there to go back in time to protect the kids and Malcolm as well. So you get that Terminator 2 situation here, and that's kind of like the one thing about the whole entire movies I've been getting frustrated about is like, can we add a little bit more to the story? Can we get away from time travel and like see more future stuff? Because that's where I'm interested in the franchise is the future war stuff, and they keep doing the same thing and trying to redo T2. It's like, stop trying to redo it, do your own thing and do something new. This takes the idea of T2 but also adds a lot of interesting story elements to it. You have this one side that is basically almost like an AI versus AI situation, almost like we somewhat got with Dark Fate, which I don't like the fucking reference, but that was probably the only cool thing is that like you had Skydance. I don't know why I'm saying Skydance, Skynet, and Legion fighting 2 different AIs, basically fighting for like survival. That was like the most interesting idea of the films. And they kind of did that in the comic books series before that movie. So you have that side of the story, but you also have the T2 side where you have this person protecting the 3 kids and next this maid of some form. And I was more interested into the scientist side and the creation of the AI and how he knows all this knowledge because he knows that Judgment Day is happening and he knows that Skynet is going to take over the world. And they add a lot of interesting stuff, and you kind of learn a little bit of how timelines works in this show as well. Now, I don't know if this is canon, but the way that they explain how timelines works, it can be like, oh well, urgency kind of thrown out the window, but it also kind of fixes a lot of the issues of, not really a lot of the issues, but it fixes some of the issues of the Terminator franchise, where it's like of how time travel can work slightly, and it kind of explains somewhat of that first Terminator film. Other side with this Terminator chasing the kids and this maid and the Protector. It kind of got boring after a little bit because they wouldn't really add much. There's some story elements sprinkled through it, but that was more that side is supposed to be more for the thrill and actually. But I was more interested in the story side because I got enough of the thrill out of the whole entire movies, and I wish that they combined a little bit of both into it, and like where you had the continuation of the story, but also getting the action side, which the actions in this movie is fucking phenomenal. Like the animation is great. It brings it back to that brutal freaking grounded bloodiness to the franchise that Dark Fate tried to do, but it's just like, okay, yeah, whatever. Holy shit! Like you see people's heads get smashed in. You, there's a lot of blood everywhere. So the tension was really there for this show. But it is a very thin type of storyline that it did feel somewhat dragged out through 8 episodes. There's, I would say, maybe 2 episodes where it did feel very filler. You did get sprinkles a little bit, and those 2 episodes did heavily focus on the kids' side. Or every once in a while, if it does cut back to the dad, the scientist, the creator of the AI, it's him mostly just sitting in this big dome room and be like, I will tell you the answers soon that you desire, but not just yet. And that kind of got annoying after a while. And so, but when things started getting filled in and pieces and next, like expanding the universe, I'm like, okay, cool, good. Why is this 8 episodes? This felt like it should have been 6 episodes. The show does struggle with that. And next, there's some little confusing elements. Again, time travel, when you think about it, it gets confusing. So when you try to think of it, it does get a little muddled. And it's so overall, really like the show. And the characters were very interesting, especially from the person that got sent back from got sent from the future. She had a very interesting backstory in herself. And this maid also gets some involvement too. Really, the kids just really lacked in the show. They felt like they needed to have like a John Connors element to it, and it just like it's like okay, well, take it or leave it. They really didn't really add much to the kids, and they tried to add something that was just like, oh, okay, all right, yeah, that's kind of whatever. And that's their involvement really. They kind of were just there. But overall, I did enjoy the show, and I recommend you guys check it out. It is on Netflix. All 8 episodes are out on Netflix right now. I watched it today as it came out. And speaking of which, how I watched it, I am working. This is going to be the next TV show commentary that I will be putting out every Sunday. I did it with Sean O'Rourke. We just binge watched the whole entire thing. It took us like 4 hours to watch. So for the next 8 episodes, every week, you'll be able to see how I process the show, break it down. It's going to be a ton of fun. I want to also say thank you for Sean Rook for joining me on that series. I'm hoping that you guys enjoy it, and maybe we'll see if we do any more newer shows in the future like that as well. Also, guys, go check out Sean Rook's channel. I'll leave a link in the description as well for that. I'm going to give Terminator 0 a B-. I had a good time with it. Minor hiccups there and then. And 2 episodes did feel very dragged at times, and that's just because it's a very thin story. But they gave me what I wanted to see in a Terminator movie or show. They expanded the universe, and they showed me a lot of future war. There is a lot of cool future war stuff, and so they are very key to staying somewhat true to the material, but also expanding and trying new things, but not also being insulting like Dark Fate. Anyway, guys, go check that out also and be looking forward to that series. So if you guys are new, subscribe if you're curious in seeing the show commentary series on Terminator 0. Anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching. And like always, I'll see you guys next review. Bye, guys.